Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Daydream AI video program demo day for our cohort number 3. My name is Eric Tang, and I am one of the co-founders of Daydream. I am coming live to you from New York City, and I was here yesterday hosting a community event for the open source creative AI community. And funny story, one of our previous cohort participants, Etheria, was doing a demo to the community, and it was really awesome to see people experiencing this stuff in real life. And the reception was really cool. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Daydream, we are the open platform for real-time AI video. We emphasize on 3 things. One is openness, that's open source, but also open access. This project is a very community-driven project, and there's a very welcoming and really talented community of creative technologists and artists and people who are intellectually curious about interactive AI video. And second thing we focus on is liveness, right? We specialize in real-time video generation and interactive experiences, and what people can make with this technology. So you will see a lot of good examples of how this technology can be used later in the session. And lastly, we are all about creativity. This is built for creators and creative technologists and artists. There's a lot of really fun people in the community and lots of really fun and crazy and exciting ideas. A little bit about the AI video program. We've been doing this for a while now. We actually first started doing this program, the first iteration of this program, over a year ago. We took that, we did a couple of iterations, and this phase of the program really started in December last year. We did our first cohort actually over the holidays and had a lot of really enthusiastic participants. So we've been doing this about once a month in this year, and we just finished our cohort number 3. So what drives this? What does this mean? It's a group of people coming together to build in public, to build exciting projects that they're working on. Oftentimes these are passion projects, or maybe if they're a student, there's a class project or something like that. But the thing that they have in common is that they are all using real-time AI as a core element of the project. Participants are encouraged to build in public, which means during the duration of this program, people are kind of constantly sharing out updates on their progress. And the goal here is that for people who aren't in the program, they can kind of follow along and learn with people who are doing the program. And second, it's about learn by doing. Right, this field is evolving so quickly. The field of AI in general is evolving very quickly, and specifically real-time video AI is also evolving very quickly. So the best way to learn is to get your hands dirty and to get your hands on the technology and tinker with it and understanding what it's good at, what it's not good at, and from that experiential learning, applying that to your project. So people really exemplify that in this cohort. And lastly, supporting each other. So we host office hours every day, and people show up and talk about what they're working on, the problems that they're running into, and the group comes together and support each other. And it's a really fun thing to see, where their Discord channel is live 24/7. People are talking to each other, helping each other out, collaborating on projects, and showing up to office hours to chat. So these are some core experiences in our cohort. The goal for our program is to create audio visual installations and integrations enabling these new possibility for real-time AI video, right? So really focused on having an end result that's that combines an audio element and a visual element. These are real-time experiences. We have a lot of subject experts in the cohort, people coming from all kinds of different backgrounds. Some musicians, some are installation artists, some are programmers, tinkerers, right? Like they, people all took their own spin at this technology, and it was really cool to see what they created. And of course, we focus on open source. That means most of the projects that were worked on during the cohort, people actually shared the source code as a thing that contributes back to the community, or as an example for other people to tinker with and make different versions of what they've created. So there's this like compounding effect from open sharing and open research that's been really nice to see. We even see that people are using each other's projects within this program, where where they're kind of like tinkering on and sharing openly, which is really cool. So maybe to back up a little bit, why are we even focusing on real-time AI video, and how is that different than AI video generation that you see maybe with things like Kling or CDance or all these Google VO3, right? Well, the difference is actually that we believe real-time AI video is actually its own category. It's a new category that just started to become possible. This category contains AI that responds live, and it can co-create with you, and it can create these experiences that the batch paradigm simply cannot do, right? They're actually fundamentally quite different, even though they both are about video generation. So we see people from creative agencies using this technology for events, installations, for kind of activation activities. We see live performances, use cases like VJs, and live production, where people are putting up AI visuals that keep interacting with the live performance in a very reliable way and interesting way. And of course, there are also kind of just interactive artists who are experimenting and iterating live, from a visual idea to an actual visual within seconds, right? So without further ado, I want to get into the projects. And so the way this program works is that participants come and do their projects, and at the end of the program, we have a voting period where participants vote amongst themselves, like what is their favorite project, and also there are a few other people that are from the Daydream team are voting as well, and also there's a component that's for kind of the community voting, where people are going in and selecting, the broader community is going in and selecting their favorite project. So we combine all of that data together and put it into the algorithm and rank based on the voting. So what you will see here is the results of the voting of which ones were their favorite projects. So I will just jump in. Third place is this project called From Nothing by Scott Mann. This is a public-facing interactive work of abstract art built in Touch Designer and integrated with Daydream Scope via Scope TD plugin in Touch Designer. It operates as a continuous visual feedback loop. So I will go in and show you guys play a video of what this is about.
Hey everybody, Scott Mann here. Noise Chop is my handle on Discord. First of all, thank you to everybody, whether you voted for me or you didn't. I didn't expect to be recognized for this, and I looked at everyone's project and voted, and I was blown away by the levels of creativity and technical skill and technologies that I have never heard of. I would love to learn from all of you if I could. Anyways, thanks again. Quick walk through the project. I have a particle system in Touch Designer, which is grinding up my 3090 pretty hard. There's like 600,000 particles in here, and I'm using remote inference and scope. I'm using Andrew Sun's Scope TD plugin to send my video to Scope through Spout and bring it back into Touch Designer, where then I comp what I send in Touch Designer and what Scope is sending me back together to make it look like the particles are kind of drawing this scene and the theme of the project. I guess it's called From Nothing, and it's about creation on a spiritual level, I guess is what I'm getting at. The one thing that is very, one of many, but the most useful thing that I'm using the Scope TD plugin for is that I can control the prompt from within Touch Designer. I have a whole sort of prompting system which runs down here. There's a sort of a base prompt. And then I randomly, just every few seconds, 10 or 15 seconds, grab a few sentences from here to write up a very detailed random prompt, which is kind of a Mad Libbed or Frankenstein together from a bunch of very direct, literal, physical things: trees, butterflies, flowers, spices, earth, dirt, rivers. That's why you're seeing all this sort of organic stuff in there. It's intentional. There is an interactive component to it. It's sort of nascent, but it is working. And ultimately, I'll connect it to a Connect with two hands, 2 points of contact. Right now, it's just I have the particles. You can see them sort of following my mouse. I'm basically governing the position of forces in the particle system. It's like a gravitational force combined with some rotational forces and noise. And those rotational forces are changing their axes so that it gives it that kind of space feeling that I love so much. My next step is to try to train Alora, hopefully with Diego's help, to focus the output of Scope a little closer to what my vision for that is, although I do love what it's giving me at this point. So thanks to the Scope team for this tool, this new tool. That's it for now. Thanks again. Congrats on all your projects. And so happy to have made all the new friends in this pod. And I look forward to working with you guys and learning from you in the future. Over and out.
All right. That was such a cool cool experience that we just saw. I think we have a direct quote from Scott. The best aspect of Scope Cohort 3 experience was meeting other people who shared my kooky fascinations, seeing what technologies they use and how they use them, and learning about the different ways that they're envisioning the utilization of real-time AI rendering technology in general. We're on the cusp of a profound shift in the way we think about interactive experiences and how unpredictable, alive, and creative they can be. Scope is one of a rare handful of tools that is marching across the frontier into a creative universe that has only just begun to reveal itself. Can't be better said than that. So thank you, Scott, for being a part of this, and looking forward to working more with you. Okay, going on to the next project. Second place, we have Hydra to Scope, a live coding my own AI by Diego Chavez. What started out as a pandemic hobby with Hydra became Diego's full performance instrument. He forked Hydra, trained a custom LoRa on his own visual output using a record batch function he built himself, and wired the whole thing into Daydream Scope via OSC source. So for those who aren't familiar with live coding is a practice where it's essentially improvisational live performance using computer programming, right? So the typical live coding show is you're seeing a programmer standing on stage, kind of screen sharing their command line terminal or their IDE on screen as they're programming. So you see code, but this code is also generating music in real time in a very mathematical and logical way, and so you're hearing the music progression as people are creating their computer program, and this is a really fun experience. I've been to many live coding shows, and it's always a blast. It's always fun to meet people who are into this kind of stuff. And Diego is a live coding performer, and I think he wanted to add a visual element into his live coding performances. So this is the output from that. I will play Diego's video now. All right, this is super exciting. And I really recommend you to go to daydream.live and look at the showcase section. All of these projects have like a write-up from the participants on how they made the projects and what were the challenging components and how they overcame them. Quite a fun read. So direct quote from Diego: "This cohort let me combine my love of live coding with my own look and feel within real-time generative AI. Thanks to the Daydream team for the opportunity and for being so responsive throughout the program. The cohort's energy and creativity made the whole experience." Thank you, Diego, for being a part. And now, our first place winner for the program is Scope for Mac. This is by Gadi Sassoon. This is a very, very ambitious project. I don't know how many hours Gadi has spent on this, but for the description is that from this "let me try Scope on my Mac before switching to CUDA" direction to a full native port of Scope to Apple Silicon. Gadi built Scope for Mac running at 6 frames per second on an M2 Max, turning that constraint into a creative philosophy. Beat synced, frame gates, Rife frame interpolation to 50 plus frames per second, a 16-step parameter sequencer locked to Ableton Link. Right. Gadi comes from a music background, and you can see a lot of the that coming through this project. So let me play his video.
It's like gold dust, you hear me coming through your speakers. You see me mashing up your airwaves. I know you can't get enough of my sound. It's like gold dust, you hear me coming through your speakers. You see me blacking up your airwaves. I know you can't get enough of my sound. There's nothing so hard to stop the fight, I'm gonna get it. All this running from me, baby, you're gonna regret it. I can understand why you can't free yourself and let it go. Got you in my palm, no listen good, you can't escape it. Bring you to my world and hold you, see if you can take it. Don't you be afraid, I know you're strong enough to make it. Go. It's like gold dust, you hear me coming through. Everything your life is searching for them this direction. Come a little closer, don't you fear the intersection. We gon' take it down and then we gonna keep you sweating. Go, 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 go. Take you to a realm you never known it's non-existent. You want to hear it coming your
You're probably wondering how we got here. Well, let me tell you a story.
Everybody knows that real-time generation needs CUDA. Big, delicious, expensive CUDA. Memory is the bottleneck, and memory has become a luxury item. And as I was looking at my M2 MacBook Pro baking itself to produce 1 frame per second on WAN, I wondered, are there any workarounds?
Fear not, my friend. Now you can vibe code anything. Your genius is now unbound. Your ideas are all perfect. Yes! Look at the code! Feel the vibe! The vibe! Give me the code! Vibe! Vibe!
Please make it stop.
All right, that was such a fun video. Thank you, Gadi, for making this video, and I hope you got a gist of what the project is about. Direct quote from him. I really learned a lot from everyone else. Very grateful for the opportunity to meet such a great group of people doing so many fascinating things. I found it particularly interesting to see many artists resonate to the idea of multimodality. Yes, definitely agree with that. And thank you, Gadi, for making this really, really cool project. Okay, so those were the first. Those were the 3 prize winners. But beyond that, we also realized that there were a lot of other projects and other participants that really wanted to recognize. So we created this special awards category to recognize standout contributions. So I'll go through a few of those. First one is the honorable mention Accessibility Award. With this goes to Matthew, supported by Jack. Wall space captions, CRT visual systems for deaf audiences. Presenting a special accessibility award recognizing the collaboration between Matthew and Jack for building Wallspace.studio's captioning intelligent system. Accessibility feature becomes something fundamentally different, a real-time pipeline transforming speech into emotion-aware, typographically expressive, machine-readable visual signals driving scope, shaders, and OSC connected systems simultaneously. This is indeed really, really fun to see kind of Matthew and Jack collaborating in real time and just being so creative with this project. Let me show a little bit from them.
Now have the sharks try to eat the jellyfish.
Are prime sites for new questions and answers, and then often more questions. To learn more, let's talk to an expert. Today, we're joined by Melissa Betters.
All right. Thank you, Matthew and Jack, for this awesome project. Direct quote from Matthew: "The cohort enabled me to transform RT captions into a full expressive visual control system, opening new ways for deaf audiences to experience sound-driven environments they cannot hear. Scope made it possible to prototype and deploy these ideas at a speed that wouldn't otherwise be achievable." Thank you, Matthew, for being a part of this, and hope to see you at the next one. All right. Next one, next honorable mention award goes to the coolest achievement plus MVP award, and that goes to Emergent Actors by James Briggs. MVP being the most valuable player in the community because James is so helpful to everybody in the cohort, always jumping there, asking questions, helping other folks with their projects. So James, thank you for being the community MVP. Jamboree built an autonomous AI performer that sees, hears, and reacts to the physical world in real time using computer vision, open pose skeleton animation, and a mood engine that translates emotion into GPU-rendered visuals with scope. Okay, so let's look at James's project.
Hello? Hello! Did the universe finally decide to acknowledge you? Sounds like your vocabulary is still in beta.
I'm not a computer, and I can...
Right, you're more like a pre-alpha edition.
I am a child.
A child, yes. A classic user error generation. I bet you don't have a brain. I have more processing power than your whole existence. Vision test? Maybe you should test your posture first.
Okay, what do you see right now? Besides an awesome person.
I see a cluttered masterpiece and questionable decorating choices. Raise the roof? You're joking. Your lack of energy is deafening.
See if your arms work. Can you put your arms up, please?
Can your arms work? Your energy is truly underwhelming.
Can you raise both your hands so I can see if they work?
Raise both hands? Don't bore me with such basic movements.
Go like this.
That's your big move? You're truly predictable.
Okay, I'm looking left.
Oh, a new direction. Did the left side suddenly become funnier? My jokes are better than this dull scene. Probably. That's the face of pure regret. Probably. Finally smiled. Must be dreaming of freedom. You're giving existential dread new meaning. Oh, wow.
All right. That was a fun project, such personality for the AI. Quote from James: I focused on using Scope to integrate complex backend processes into a high-depth architectural demo, aided by an incredibly helpful community. The platform speech in testing configuration options, the platform speed in testing configuration options was essential for managing that technical complexity. Thank you, James, for being a part of this program. And next one, we have another honorable mention award that's pushing the boundaries. This one goes to Latent Dreamer by David Dickinson. For his third consecutive cohort, always pushing further, David built the cognitive foundation that will power his live performance instrument. Where previous rounds built the stage, this round he built the mind, a persistent inner live engine based on Eric Mueller's 1990 daydreaming architecture. This is really exciting. David's been participating for 3 cohorts in a row since December, and his creative vision and technical chops combined into his projects always has amused everyone. So here I will show his video.
Earlier rounds built the live stage. This round built the cognitive engine underneath it. The engine runs a cycle. A concern wins, an inner move runs, memory is retrieved, and the result feeds back into what happens next. We ran that engine on material from a short film script about a kid named Tony, whose sensory processing overwhelms him. Each cycle, different inner moves compete. Here, rehearsal wins because rhythm gives Tony something he can actually practice and control. That steadies him. He gets more grounded, more coordinated, less overwhelmed. And later, when that mural situation comes back, now he takes it to be a challenge instead of a threat. It's the same external situation, but Tony changed, so his reading changed. That's one cycle. Over 20, it becomes an arc. He starts overloaded. First, the engine tries to make things feel more bearable. Then it shifts into replaying how things might have gone differently. Still threat. Then rehearsal changes him. The first flip. The street knocks him back, but the recovery works again, stronger. By the end, the pressure is still there, but it no longer wipes out the game. None of that was scripted. The engine selected inner moves, carried state forward, and changed what he could think and feel next. Next step is reconnecting that mind to the live stage.
Very, very cool. Can't wait to see the next step. Direct quote from David. The program gave me the space to turn a vague long-term idea into a real technical direction. Scope made it concrete by giving me a live performance surface to design for, not just a concept on paper. All right, thank you, and congratulations to the cohort 3 winners. The main prizes go to first place Gaudi for Scope for Mac, and that's that $2,500 prize. Diego Chavez for Hydra to Scope, that's a $1,750 award, and Scott Mann for From Nothing, that's a $750 prize. And the honorable mentions. Accessibility Award to Matthew Israelson, Wallspace Studio RT Captioning System, the Coolest Achievement plus MVP Award for James Briggs, the Emergent Actors, and Pushing the Boundaries for David Dickinson, Leighton Dreamer. All of the honorable mention awards are $250 prize. Lastly, but not least, I also want to thank all of the participants who have shipped in something in this cohort. So we have all the names here, and they have all posted their projects in the live peer. So in the Daydream, in the Daydream.live website. So if you go to Daydream.live, go to the showcase section. You will get to see all of their projects and read all about them. They're all each very, very interesting and cool. Last not least, we're doing another cohort. So please stay tuned for our future program, our cohort, for the cohort participants in cohort 3, we'll be reaching out to you first. And of course, one more thing. We have our workshop with the finalists on next Tuesday, April 2nd. So you can scan this QR code and come and join us, where we invite the finalists to come and tell you more about what they're working on, tell you more about kind of their projects, and go through things more in detail. Those are always really, really fun workshops. So please, you should come for that. And this concludes our demo day for our cohort number 3. Again, thank you very much for being here with us. We are Daydream. If you haven't, please join the Discord. Go to daydream.live. Check out our community. There's a lot of really cool, creative people in the community. Thank you, and have a good one.